Welcome to our channel. Today, we're exploring a fascinating hypothetical scenario. What if Canada joined the BRICS? This thought-provoking question opens up a world of possibilities and potential consequences. Let's explore this idea in detail and examine its far-reaching implications for global economics, politics, and diplomacy. What is BRICS? Before we delve into the hypothetical scenario, let's first understand what BRICS is and why it matters. BRICS is an acronym for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. This group of major emerging economies came together in 2009 to foster cooperation and promote their collective interests on the global stage. Initially formed as BRYC without South Africa, the group expanded in 2010 to include the African Economic Powerhouse. In recent years, the BRICS has gained significant traction and influence in the global economy. The group has expanded its membership, welcoming new countries like Ethiopia, Iran, and the United Arab Emirates. This expansion showcases the growing appeal and influence of the BRICS as an alternative to Western-dominated economic blocs. To understand the implications of Canada potentially joining the BRICS, we need to first examine its current position in the global economic and political landscape. G7 membership Canada is currently a member of the G7, a group of 7 of the world's most advanced economies. This membership aligns Canada closely with Western economic powers, including the United States, the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, and Japan. Economic standing, Canada has the world's 9th largest nominal GDP and is known for its robust banking system, advanced technology sector, and vast natural resources. The country's economic policies have traditionally been closely aligned with those of the United States and other Western allies. Shifting global dynamics. However, the global economic landscape is rapidly changing. BRICS nations now collectively hold 34% of the world's GDP, surpassing the G7's 30%. This shift in economic power is prompting many countries, including Canada, to reassess their international alignments and financial strategies. Potential benefits for Canada. Now let's explore the potential benefits Canada might reap if it were to join BRICS. Economic opportunities. Joining BRICS could open up a wealth of new economic opportunities for Canada. 1. Access to new markets. BRICS countries represent a significant portion of the world's population and some of the fastest-growing economies. Canadian businesses could gain preferential access to these massive markets, potentially boosting exports and economic growth. 2. Reduced trade barriers. As part of BRICS, Canada might benefit from reduced tariffs and trade barriers within the bloc, making Canadian goods and services more competitive in these markets. 3. Alternative financial systems. BRICS has been working on developing alternative financial systems to reduce reliance on the US dollar. Canada could potentially benefit from these systems, diversifying its financial risk and reducing its dependence on traditional Western financial structures. Resource leverage. Canada's vast natural resources could become even more strategically valuable within the BRICS framework. Energy sector. With Canada's significant oil and gas reserves, the bloc's share of global crude oil production would increase substantially. This could give BRICS and Canada more influence over global energy markets and prices. Precious metals. Canada is a major producer of gold and other precious metals. As BRICS countries, particularly China and India, are significant consumers of these metals, demand could rise, potentially strengthening the Canadian dollar and boosting the mining sector. Diplomatic influence. Joining BRICS could significantly enhance Canada's diplomatic clout on the world stage. Balancing role. Canada could be a bridge between its traditional Western allies and the emerging powers of BRICS. This unique position could allow Canada to play a crucial role in international negotiations and conflict resolution, shaping the global economic order. As part of the BRICS, Canada would have a greater say in shaping the evolving global economic order, potentially influencing policies on trade, climate change, and international development. Balancing role. Canada could be a bridge between its traditional Western allies and the emerging powers of BRICS. This unique position could allow Canada to play a crucial role in international negotiations and conflict resolution. Shaping the global economic order. As part of the BRICS, Canada would have a greater say in shaping the evolving global economic order, potentially influencing policies on trade, climate change, and international development. Potential challenges. While the benefits could be substantial, Canada would also face significant challenges if it were to join BRICS. Geopolitical tensions. One of the most significant challenges would be navigating the complex geopolitical landscape, relations with Western allies. Joining BRICS could strain Canada's relationships with its traditional allies, particularly the United States. Canada must carefully balance its commitments to BRICS with its existing alliances and partnerships. Intra-BRICS tensions. The BRICS is not without internal tensions. For example, India and China have ongoing border disputes. Canada must navigate these complex relationships carefully. Economic adjustments. Joining BRICS would likely necessitate significant economic adjustments for Canada. Currency fluctuations. A potentially stronger Canadian dollar resulting from increased demand for Canadian resources and economic growth could impact exports and the manufacturing sector. Trade relationship recalibration. Canada might need to adjust its trade relationships with current partners, which could lead to short-term economic disruptions. Regulatory alignment. Canada might need to align some of its economic and trade regulations with those of the BRICS countries, which could be a complex and challenging process. Ideological differences. Intra-BRICS tensions. The BRICS is not without internal tensions. For example, India and China have ongoing border disputes. Canada must navigate these complex relationships carefully. Economic adjustments. Joining BRICS would likely necessitate significant economic adjustments for Canada. Currency fluctuations. A potentially stronger Canadian dollar resulting from increased demand for Canadian resources and economic growth could impact exports and the manufacturing sector. Trade relationship recalibration. Canada might need to adjust its trade relationships with current partners, which could lead to short-term economic disruptions. Regulatory alignment. Canada might need to align some of its economic and trade regulations with those of the BRICS countries, which could be a complex and challenging process. Ideological differences. BRICS countries have diverse political systems and ideologies, which could pose challenges for Canada. Governance models. Canada would need to find ways to cooperate with countries that use different governance and human rights approaches. Policy alignment. On issues like climate change, digital governance, and international security, Canada might disagree with some BRICS members, requiring careful diplomacy and compromise. Global implications. Canada joining BRICS would have far-reaching implications beyond its borders, shift in global power dynamics. Such a move would signal a significant shift in global power dynamics, potentially accelerating the trend towards a multipolar world order. It could encourage other Western-aligned countries to reconsider their international partnerships and alliances. Economic ripple effects. The global economy could experience significant ripple effects. Trade patterns. Global trade patterns could shift as Canada potentially redirects more of its trade towards BRICS countries. Currency markets. The role of the US dollar as the world's primary reserve currency could be further challenged if Canada supports BRICS initiatives for alternative financial systems. Geopolitical realignment. Canada's move could trigger a broader geopolitical realignment. North American dynamics. The relationship between the US, Canada, and Mexico, USMCA partners, would likely need to be redefined. Arctic politics. With Russia as a key player in Arctic politics, Canada's position on Arctic issues as part of BRICS could significantly impact regional dynamics. Conclusion. While Canada joining BRICS remains a hypothetical scenario, exploring this possibility highlights the changing dynamics of global economics and geopolitics. As the world becomes increasingly multipolar, countries like Canada may indeed need to reassess their international alignments and strategies. The potential benefits for Canada, including new economic opportunities, increased resource leverage, and enhanced diplomatic influence are significant. However, these would need to be carefully weighed against the challenges, including navigating geopolitical tensions, managing economic adjustments, and bridging ideological differences. Ultimately, such a move would have profound implications for Canada and the entire global order. It would signal a significant shift in international relations and could potentially accelerate the reshaping of the world's economic and political landscape. What do you think? Would Canada benefit from joining BRICS, or should it maintain its current alliances? How would such a move impact global politics and economics? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more thought-provoking content on global affairs and hypothetical scenarios. I love to hear your comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.